Hello there. So it's the 1st of November, which means it's the first day of Nano. It is now 5:30 and I'm about to get writing. Frankly, it's been a long day and all I want to do is not write and read or something. But we're getting on with it regardless and I will let you know how it goes. So it's now 20 to 7 and I have reached 1,749 words. I don't even know how that's happened so quickly. I literally did that in like an hour and I wasn't expecting to reach word count. I was expecting to do about 1,000 words a day. So I'm quite pleased with that. I think the reason that it's not taken me that long today is because I'm literally just, I don't really know where I want my project to be at the moment, so I literally just word splurged all over the page, and I'm probably not going to use any of it, but it's handy to have, and it's sort of hopefully got me in the right frame of mind for my story going forward. So I'm really pleased with that. I was expecting to sort of really struggled to get to even 1,000 because I just wasn't in the mood, but actually it was quite fun. What I'm doing in my day job now, I'm writing, but it's writing to a very specific word count and it's writing very specific things that aren't exactly inspiring. So actually it was quite refreshing to end the day on a little bit of writing for myself, and it reminds me how much fun writing is when you just do it for the pure enjoyment of it. And I think that's the really nice thing about Nano, is that it is just fun. Even if you don't end up using your project, it's fun and it's valuable experience, and it's a nice way to develop ideas for a novel, I think, is the way that I usually go about it, and it's a nice way to work out what doesn't work in your novel. But anyway, yeah, I won't go on. But so I'm pleased with my first day, and I'm just above word count, so that sets me off on a good sort of starting point, and hopefully things will carry on going well. So it's the second day of Nanowrimo and I am about to sit down to write. It is 6 o'clock. I'm planning to write for about an hour like I did yesterday, and hopefully it'll go as well as it did yesterday. I'm really excited about my novel now, actually. Starting it yesterday has just made me feel much more enthusiastic about it, whereas before I was kind of eh. I now feel good that I've actually started something and that it's the joy of Nanowrimo, so I will catch up with you after I've finished and let you know how it's gone. So it's now 7:10 and I've just finished my writing for the day. I got 1,628 words done, which is still above my count for what I wanted to be doing and is slightly less than the Nano word count per day. However, because I did more words yesterday, it kind of balances it out, so I'm still up to my bar. It's not working out how I planned that I just take it into my own hands. I can't help it, I've got to get it done. Good thing is I'm not actually giving myself time to sort of and ah, I'm just writing straight and anything that comes to mind. What I'm finding that I'm doing with this one, because I don't really know where the starting point for my novel is, I'm literally just writing down thoughts as they come to me, but I'm kind of happy doing that because I'm finding when I'm trying to set the scene and set it out as a novel, it's not working for me, whereas when I split off and go into sort of the characters' pasts and things that aren't necessarily going to probably be in the finished novel, but necessary to know anyway, I'm finding that my writing is going a lot better that way. So that might be something that I do this year, is just sort of jot down bits and bobs that come to me and sort of try and get to know my characters that way and try and get to know their story that way, which could be quite interesting. I've never tried it that way, so I think I might give that a go. So it's going a lot better than I thought it would so far, and I'm just really glad to be actually getting on with this, and I'm really glad that Nano's given me a chance to get on with this, because I don't think that I would be writing my own stuff at the moment if it weren't for Nano, which is why I kind of needed this, because I haven't written my own stuff for about a week and it's been quite hard. Like, I don't like it when I'm not writing because it makes me feel this empty blur feeling, so it's good to be getting it out again. I'm not overly happy with what I've done today, but I think I'm going to get something valuable out of it anyway, hopefully. And the thing about Nano is that you're not necessarily going to be happy with what you've written every day, because you are writing to such a degree and to such a fast pace that there's going to be stuff that you don't use. Most of it you're probably not going to use, but it's still valuable time to get to know your novel a bit better. So yeah, I'll sign off for today and I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, so it's day 3 of Nanowrimo. It's 6 o'clock and I'm about to start writing. I'm aiming again to do an hour, hopefully, like I have been doing. And today I think I'm going to carry on working on backstory. What I'm finding really interesting is what I'm realising about my characters when I'm writing their backstory. So it's quite a fun process. And I think it's going to help me realise where the novel's going, even if I don't use any of the stuff that I'm writing at the moment. So I will get cracking and I'll let you know how it goes at the end. It's now 7 o'clock and I've finished for the day. I might do a little bit later. If I do, I will tell you about that tomorrow. So it's still going quite well. As I said, I'm still on the backstory. I managed to get 1,502 words today, which isn't as much as I have been doing, but it's still above my personal goal. So I'm still happy. I might just do a few minutes later on because I'm quite close to the goal. If I get another 150 odd words, I'll be happier anyway. That takes my complete total up to 4,879 so far, which really isn't bad considering it's only been 3 days and I've only been doing an hour of the evenings. It just goes to show the power of how fast you can actually write when you put your mind to it. It doesn't take long at all. As I say, I'm not sure about the quality of what I've been writing, but that's not the point here, and I'm determined this year round to actually use the material that I write to at least produce something. I really want to go back over it, because I never do. I never go back over my Nano stuff. What I might do is get a load of ink for my computer and just print off as I go and make sure that I reread the stuff and make notes on the things, because I'm sure I'm going to be coming up with stuff that is going to be useful in the long term. I'm sure I am. So yes, I will catch up with you tomorrow and let you know how that goes. Hello, so it's 6 o'clock on the 4th day of Nanowrimo, and I want to get as much done as possible because I've got quite a busy weekend ahead of me. I certainly don't think I'll get much writing done, if any, on Sunday, so I want to get as ahead of my word count as I can. So we're going to see how tonight goes. I am absolutely exhausted and frankly just can't be bothered, but I'm forcing myself anyway. I'm going to be carrying on with the scene that I'm writing from yesterday because I still think that I can do stuff with that. So hopefully the word count will just shoot up. Sometimes I find that it shoots up really quickly and you don't even notice it. Other times, like yesterday, it's a bit of a slog. So we'll see how it goes today, and hopefully I will get as much done as possible and I'll catch up with you when I'm finished. So I forgot to update you on how last night went. I only got 1,000 words done, which wasn't great. I ended up getting distracted by editing a video, but I still got 1,000 words, so it's still like my personal goal. I don't know how many that takes me up to altogether. I haven't double checked. Can't remember, but anyway. So it's now 9:30 on the 5th day of Nano, and I'm going to do a little bit. I have got plans today, so I'm probably only going to get an hour done, but hopefully I can boost myself back up. I don't know if I'll be writing tomorrow because I've got quite a busy day tomorrow as well. But we'll see how that goes, and I can't promise that I'm going to update you after I've finished because I'm literally going to have to write and go, so I'll probably let you know how it goes today next time I see you. So it is now the 7th of November. I missed out yesterday. I didn't get any writing done yesterday. I was out the house from 9 until 9, so it was a very long day yesterday. But I'm feeling okay about the fact that I didn't get any writing done. I managed to get 1,000 words done on Saturday. I think I left you just before I started on Saturday. So I got 1,000 words done then, so I'm pretty majorly behind now. But I'm trying not to be too hard on myself. I was at a stage earlier where I just thought I don't want to do it anymore. And because it's really stressing me out knowing that even after I finish work for the day I've got to do my writing for Nano. But I don't think I'd be doing my personal writing unless I was doing Nano. So I think it's important that I carry on, and I'll see where I'm at next week. This is going to be the last day of this vlog. So off the top of my head, I don't know where I'm at with my word count now. I think I'm in the 6,000s, which is not too shabby, not as good as it could be, but still, 6,000 words in a week normally would be a big achievement. So, you know, I'm trying not to compare myself to the goal, but I knew I would struggle with not reaching the goal. I knew that that was going to be something that was difficult for me because I am a bit of a perfectionist like that. But I'm really enjoying the process so far, and I'm really enjoying the way that I'm going about this novel, which is very different to the way I've gone about novels before. But I think it's going to be a lot better because rather than trying to find a scene to start with, for example, I have gone way back into the characters' lives to sort of get into their heads a bit. So the stuff that I'm writing at the moment is probably not going to be in the novel, but I think it's important stuff to explore, and some really interesting things are coming up that I hadn't previously thought of. So I think it's really going to help me to get to my novel. Yeah, it's going well so far, and I'm happy with what I'm getting done. I am finding it a bit of a slog at the moment, purely because I'm so busy and then having to do this as well. But as I say, I think it's important because I wouldn't be writing otherwise, and I really do feel quite distant from my writing at the moment, and I want to get back to it. I think it's just having a new job and getting used to that and everything. it kind of just distracts me from getting into my writing, and there's stuff in my personal life as well that's kind of distracting me in a good way, but it makes it quite hard to get into the writing mindset. So I think Nano's going to probably be my saviour in that respect, and I'm hoping that getting into the habit of writing in the evenings for Nano is going to get me into the habit of writing in the evenings in general for my everyday life. So I will probably catch up with you later to let you know how many words I've done, so I will see you then. Hello, so it's 7:05 and I've just finished. I realised I didn't say the time earlier. It was 6 o'clock when I started earlier on, so it's been another hour, and I have got to 8,729 words. I was actually on 7,000, not 6,000, which was a bonus. And I managed to get 1,668 words done today, which is really good. It was a bit slow to start with, but once I got into the pacing, it was really good, and I am, again, finding more out about my characters that I didn't know, which is really satisfying. I always have this problem, and people always say, oh, characters start speaking to you and telling you their stories, and I always have a problem with that part, and I think it's because I've never been listening before, and this time I'm actually listening, and it's really fascinating. What is coming up? So I'm going to end this vlog here. I'm sure it's been quite a dull vlog because I've literally just been rushing this Nanowrimo. I feel like I haven't stopped. Like, I haven't even had time to read. I haven't finished my first book of November yet, and it's the 7th of November. That's unheard of for me. But it's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, I'm still not convinced that I'm going to go through to the end. I think I'm going to get to next week and just be so just sizzled that I just can't do it anymore. Like, it's silly because I was trying not to put pressure on myself this Nano, and I am kind of not putting pressure on myself, but there is still that pressure, and there's that feeling of guilt if I don't do my writing for the day, and I think that's kind of what's bothering me more than anything. But I am enjoying it, and it is worthwhile, and I do want to carry on, and I hope that I can push through. I think the first week's always hard because it's sort of an adjustment period where you're like, what is going on? Especially with working full-time at the moment as well. I've never done Nano when I've been working full-time, so that's new. But it's not bad at all when you consider that I only sit down for an hour, and it is surprising how many words you can crack out in an hour when you're just sitting there and pounding the keyboard. It's kind of like when you get advised to just write and something good will come up, and I think that is kind of true. So yeah, we'll see. So I hope everyone else's Nano is going well. Let me know down below how you're doing and what processes are working for you this year, because it's always good to find out about other people's processes as well. And I will see you next week. Bye.